Hello everyone, Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Thanks for joining me today, and today I'm going to make a lovely storage solution for you on your desk or a desk tidy. So first of all, you're going to need 4 pieces of cardstock. It's quite a significant storage solution. So you will need 4 sheets of A4 card for this, and each piece you need to cut down to 8.5 by 8 1/4. Now you will have offcuts. I want you to save them, all of them, because I'm going to do a follow-up video on what to do with those offcuts. So one of the offcuts is going to be where you cut the 8 1/4. You're going to have an offcut at the bottom there. Save it, and we're going to make, and there will be enough to make 4 note cards. Okay. So on the 8.5 inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. Let me turn it around. 2.5, 4.5, and 6.5. And then we're going to turn it onto the short side, which measures 8 1/4. Do check you've got the right sides, because there's not much difference between each one, but it will matter when you put your box together. So this is the short side, 8 1/4. Double check. Okay. So on the short side, we want to score at 2 inch, 5 1/4. But on this one, we're only scoring, we've got this 1/2 inch, and then we've got 2 panels. We're only scoring up to that 1, 2, 3rd panel. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to gently come down, without actually scoring, and just make a little mark so we know where that mark is there. And we know where it is there. Okay. And I'm just going to get a pencil, and I'm just going to put my ruler just to double check, because we want it to be nice and precise. So I've got my little pencil mark there and my little pencil mark there, but we're not scoring in between. Okay, and then we want to score again at 5 3/4, and again we're only going up to that 3rd section. So we've got the 1/2 inch, we've got the 2 panels, we're just scoring up to there. Okay, that's it. That's all of that scoring done. Okay, so now we're going to fold and burnish. Fold and burnish. Folding away from yourself. So you will have to replicate this 4 times. Okay. It's well worth doing, because you end up with a lovely, sturdy piece for your desk, or as a gift. I'm doing this one for my little girl, who is an avid pen collector. She's a stationery addict. You know, and when she says, "Mum, will ya?" I just can't say no. So I've designed this specifically for her. So we've done all of that folding. So what we need to do now is we just need to go to where we made the little pencil marks, and they're in line with the bottom score, mini score line that we did here. So we're going from the bottom one, because we've got 2, from the bottom one, and we're going up to where that score line is at the top to create a triangle. Okay. So we've got the 2 inch squares there. Okay, then we've got the rectangles. We've got these 2 narrow score lines here. You want to start this angular score from the bottom one, not the top one, the bottom one. Okay, double check again before you do it that you've got that bit right. So I'm going from my pencil mark there and up to the top to create a triangular point. Okay, so I can fold that one over. I can't fold the other one over yet until I release it with a cut. And so what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to cut away that first triangle. Okay, and then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to cut down the second triangle. Okay, and then I can just fold that in, and I'm going to trim all of that away. Okay, Hope you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to, this top section, we've got 2 large squares and a narrow part, and then we've got our narrow scores. We're going to cut all of that away. Okay, so turn it there and cut it all that away. So you're going to have 4 of these cutaways, and again, don't throw them away. The same as I said at the beginning with the other piece, you can make something out of that, and you can make a little matchbook sentiment. Okay, and I'm going to show you. So save that. You'll end up with 4 of those. Save that, because I'm going to show you what something you can make with it. Okay, so we're not wasting our cardstock. So here we're back to our narrow score lines again. Notch that one. Okay, and then instead of cutting that one down, just notch either side, and that takes that out. Okay, same here, notch there, and then where you've got this little square, turn it and notch. Okay, and then notch here at the side to release that side flap, and then this section here we don't need, so turn it and cut it away. Okay, so we've got this shape so far. So now we've released these, we can just fold and burnish those. We couldn't do them before because they were mid score lines. We hadn't gone all the way across. So burnish those. And then these sections here are going to be your bottom, very simple bottom flaps. So cut up to the first score line on all of those. Cut that one a bit wonky, let me tidy it up. There we go. So you have that shape there, okay? So we've got a triangle, this is a flap, these are reinforcement flaps, and these are the bottom. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to swivel it around, and we're going to glue down these 2 flaps, and I've created these to make those 2 sides, or it's going to be the front, 2 fronts, to make that stronger. So you're going to be storing stuff in it and using it regular. You want it to be nice and strong. So I'll just glue those down. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add my DSP first. So it's going to go like so. So we want DSP on those 2 panels there. Let me just rub my pencil mark out before I forget. Okay, so if you turn it over so that your joining flap is on that side, it's these 2 panels here that we want DSP on, and I've used some of the beautiful butterfly bouquet, which is free paper at the moment with a £45 celebration order, and I have cut these to 1 7/8 by 3 1/8, and I've cut these 2 so that the pattern runs. On the rest of the ones that I didn't think, and so the pattern doesn't run. Doesn't matter. So we're just going to glue those on there like so. It's such an easy idea, but it's so much fun. You could sell these on your craft stores. You could gift them. You could, if you're a demonstrator, this would make a lovely class for them to store their Stampin' Up! Tools in. Or make it, as I like to say, make it just for fun. When it's done, it's nice and sturdy, it won't tipple over. I've not had to create a base box for it all to go in because it's not going to fall over, it's already sturdy. It's lovely, lovely little box. Right, so that's my DSP added. So now I'm going to flip it back over, I'm going to fold that flap, I'm going to add some glue there, and I'm going to fold that over, and it should meet perfectly, and then press it, and there you go, there's your basic shape. So now we're going to do the flaps, so they will all just fold in on each other. Now the way that I've done it is I've done the back one first. the back one first. Okay. Then I did, which one? This one. So no, fold that, the back one first, then fold that in. And fold that one in. And then this is last. I don't suppose it matters which way around you do it. Plenty on that last one. Okay. And fold it in, keeping that nice and square. Put it flat on the desk. Go in with your bone folder. Give that a good press. Okay, so you've got this shape here. Let me just zoom out ever so slightly for the next stage. So, here I have already created my other three. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this one onto it by adding glue on the back here. Plenty on. Okay, but not loads. I'm using a tiny little fine tip glue bottle, so although it looks like I've put loads on, it won't splodge out. And then you're creating, you know, a set of 4, and you're going to glue them together. Okay. Line them up the best you can. Don't forget, it is handmade. It might not be absolutely, you know, getting out your plumb lines and your whatever. It might not be absolutely perfect, but it, you know, it's beautiful. It's handmade. You've made it, and it is nice and sturdy when it's done. Just do your best to line it up the best you can. Okay. And if you've got any differentiation, or if you've cut it a little bit on the wonk there, just go in with some scissors and trim it. It doesn't matter. And we've got a lovely storage box there with a nice pointy unique part, and the idea being that you could just lift it up and down like so. Okay, we're just going to add a little tiny bit more decoration. Decide which is your favourite, which is the nicest that you want for the front. I think I like that bit. I'm going to have that as my front. And what I'm going to do, just to add a little bit of extra decoration, I'm using some of this lovely ribbon, which I think is super pretty. And what's it called? I like to get the names of them right. Flax ribbon it's called. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it around my box. Sorry if you can hear any banging about. I've got a child upstairs who is about as delicate as a baby elephant. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it off to one side in an attempt at a square knot, the best that I can. Okay, like so. And then just trim that off, like so. Pretty. I love this, I do love it. And then what I've done is I've taken some of the butterfly paper that's free with Celebration, and I took this beautiful one here, and I've gone in and I've fussy cut one of the butterflies. And I've fussy cut this one because it's got that greeny blue look. And I'm just going to add some glue here. And this bit's optional. It is pure decoration, pure indulgence. You know, and if you don't want it being getting in your way when it's on your desk, then don't add this bit. And I'm just adding that just for that tiny pop of colour. Okay. If I just hold that, it will dry one moment. Don't forget, I will be doing a video maybe tomorrow on the projects that I've created with the scraps that I've used whilst I've been creating this. I'm just going to trim that because it's not. I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to trim that one because it's just a slight bit peeking over. There we go. Is that dry? I think it is. And there we go. We've got our lovely box. And we can put our tools in it, and we can put pencils in it and pens. We could even store glue in it, and that would be awesome on your desk. And that is sturdy, it's not falling over, it's going nowhere. And how easy is that to make? So I would suggest, if you have got some cardstock, maybe you've bought a pack of cardstock and you've just not used it and you've got a lot of the same colour left, make one of these. Awesome fun. Thanks for watching. I leave all of the measurements and all of the scoring over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk. I'll go and give this to Alexia now so she can put it on her desk. Bye.